Good evening, everyone. Well, we had a dreary and cool day across the tri-state area. The high temperature was well below normal for this time of year. We only hit 63 degrees in Central Park. Normally, we should be in the low 70s. The record high in the state was 88 degrees. That was back in the 1940s. Right now, we're still in the low 60s in many spots, including Islip at 61 degrees. We're at 62 in Bridgeport. 61 is the current reading in Poughkeepsie, and in Sussex, we're at 63 in Newark and 61 down the shore in Belmar. We do have an easterly wind. Right now, it's a northeast wind that's keeping things cool and damp across the region, but the wind is relatively light. Not much is happening on the radar here. Lots of clouds are in place, but we're not seeing a lot of rain activity. Mostly some spotty showers being found north and west of the city as you move across Pennsylvania and into upstate New York. We have a stationary front that's in our vicinity. We're on the northern side of it, and we have an easterly wind coming in, and that's helping to contribute to the damp and dreary weather that we've been experiencing all weekend long. Unfortunately, that front is going to hover just to our south here, and with this area of high pressure just offshore, it's going to bring in that east to northeast wind flow, which is a damp wind flow for us here in the tri-state area. We also have the remnants of Helene working through the Tennessee Valley. This is developing into a low pressure center that will travel to our south here. So again, we're still going to be left in with the cloud cover and the potential for a couple of showers, especially south of the city across central and southern New Jersey. I want to go down to the tropics just a bit here. There's a lot happening that the National Hurricane Center is watching. They're watching this cluster right here, which is also where Helene had originated from for further development. They'll be keeping an eye on that one. And out in the Atlantic here, we have a couple of clusters that we're watching. There's a couple of systems that have already been named that we've been watching all weekend long. First, we'll head over to Tropical Storm Joyce, which isn't going to make much of an impact anywhere. It's going to kind of fizzle itself out as it moves through the Atlantic over the next couple of days. And then we have Isaac that's also still out in the Atlantic here. It's making its way towards Europe. It'll be traveling just west of Spain as we go through the next couple of days, then eventually west of Ireland and heading towards Iceland. So those are the areas that will be affected by higher surf along the coastal shore points. Then we'll be watching this system. We now have Tropical Depression number 12 way out in the Atlantic. However, this one is actually expected to be a formidable storm, increasing into a major hurricane by the time we get into the end of the upcoming week. On the current path, it'll still be hovering in the Atlantic here, kind of picking up steam as it is a major hurricane by then at a category 3. So we'll have to see how it will affect any areas that would be west of there. And when that gets a name, it will actually be named Kirk as the next name on the list here. All right, let's head back home. We'll see that we still have lots of clouds in place across our region. That's how we'll start out our Monday. Good news for tomorrow, though. I think we'll see some brightening in the skies, especially north and northeast of the city. You may get some peaks of sun breaking through the clouds in places like the Hudson Valley and into western portions of Connecticut. Lots of clouds will win out through the day. I don't think we'll see much in the way of rainfall. I'm going to leave in the chance for an isolated shower, but it won't be a widespread rain. And we're still kind of cloudy as we go into Tuesday because we still have the front in our vicinity just to our south, and there's a secondary front coming in from the northwest here. Behind that front, that's when we'll see clearer weather for the second half of the upcoming weekend. So tonight we'll drop down to 60 in the city. Tomorrow we're going to 73, so that's milder than we saw today, and also a little bit above average for this time of year. We're at 70 on Tuesday as we start off the month of October. Yes, it's here already. And then we'll have an isolated shower chance on Wednesday, but it looks good as we round out the week with more sunshine. We're going to warm it up into the middle to upper 70s. Arthur, over to you.